Okay, so I'm just out here, you know, goofing around, or not really goofing around, I'm trying to get some emeralds, and, for the beacon base, because my iron farm is not producing that much, not enough to make a beacon base, at least, I don't believe so. So we're going to go ahead and just check this out. We have 25 of these blocks, and we only have 40 iron, and yes, I already took it out of the foam. We need to have, what, like 2.5 stacks of blocks to be able to have a beacon, but you can't use copper for that. If we do smelt all the iron we have right now, we have exactly 1 stack, or a little more than a stack, of iron blocks, but that won't be enough. We do have some iron ore, but this isn't going to be enough to make, well, an extra 1.5 stacks of blocks, as the most it can make is, what, like a third of this, so it would be like 27 blocks at most, and this would be 10 blocks at most, which would only be, what, 30 blocks, so half a stack at most. Now that is assuming that you get 3 per 1, which I think the actual average is about 2.5. With the max technically being 4, with fortune 3, but... Oh wait, I only have silk touch. Did I put my fortune pick in one of these? Oh, here it is. I forgot it's on its last leg. Anyways. Well, I guess for now we have this fortune pick. Okay, so here's my idea right now. I think we're going to make a creeper farm. Creeper, amen. Just so that way we can get fireworks. We're going to make an automatic sugarcane farm. Just so that way we have the paper for the fireworks. And I did see like Tango's Tech's like insanely efficient firework farm, but I'm not going to use fireworks that much. And then I do also want to have like 2 more farmers right here, just so that way I can get some emeralds a little bit faster, since these guys are giving me that many emeralds. That's also why I put the bed here, so that way we can sleep, we don't have to leave. We will just stare down their necks until they give it to us. Anyways, so, I will be back when we have the farmer villagers all set up, and maybe even the sugarcane farm, and then I'm going to maybe splice cut me building a creeper farm. I'm planning on having it like maybe roughly here-ish. And then we should maybe also have a beacon, and that is my... that's what I want to do for this episode, so I'll be back when I get the villagers. Okay, although I implied that I was going to make the villagers first, instead I did the sugarcane farm first, so I can now finally clean up this area. As you can see, it's all nice and clean, and I can actually see stuff. Next is this monstrosity. Looks ugly. I'm gonna hide it somewhere. This sugarcane is from here, so it's not producing any yet, and this is not like a very efficient sugarcane farm, as it only has 1 observer, but it is pretty cheap if we just come around the back, just like green. It's not technically finished. It's just like a redstone line from that 1 observer that activates all the pistons. Okay, we're gonna start off with something funny. I was just like looking around, I see, oh, realms, blah 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 blah. I click on it just because, might as well. And I found it funny that they actually took off the corners of the nether portal. I kinda wanna make this, I'm not gonna lie. So, might just go ahead and do that. I like making castles in this game. probably my favorite thing to do. Chicken jockey! Anyways, music disc, wow. And we also got chicken! Wow! Okay, anyways, back to me mining stone. You know, how funny would it be if I actually hollowed out this entire mountain? Because I'm just like slowly using this as like a stone quarry. But I can definitely tell eventually we're probably going to hollow it out. Castle. Or I should say a tower of a castle. Like, I don't know, right here. Looking at that image, I did figure out how big it's supposed to be. So it's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, one like that, one like this. And then it has these on the corners like this. This, at least, I think it was like this, right? While the walls extend beyond. And then we fill in the rest with just regular stone brick and stone walls. This wall. Holy! I don't care. That zombie horse is dying. It did 1/4 of my health in a single hit. Holy cow, man. Chill. And just make this like a ring, I guess. And then we just do and we can just fill this in. Voila. So now we got a little castle. Guess we could also do like a little bit of this. We do have just enough to make some more stairs. But instead, if we have that, we instead have this. And there we go, we have our castle. Little mini castle. And I think it looks kind of cool. Admittedly, it doesn't have much texturization. But I actually like the idea of having the walls to really give it more of a rounded feeling to it. And now we have a little castle. The 4th time recording this. So my first 2 times I went on an entire ADHD tangent, and my last time I recorded it all, except forgot the very fundamental idea of turning on my microphone for it. Okay, so first of all, let's start with this. It's not too difficult. Just build a waterway. This can be 7 blocks or 8 blocks, depending on what you want. Holy cow, there's so many mobs. So many spiders specifically, actually. Anyways, if you make this, you could also make this whole 5x5, which will actually make the spiders go in much better. You won't have this many spiders, like 9 times out of 10. This is just because this is like the only place for all of the mobs to spawn, and that's why literally all of the mobs are spawning right here. Anyways, so you want this down one to be 8 or 7 blocks. 8 blocks means you don't have to do, you only have to have 4 signs in total, and just place the signs on the corners to keep water from overflowing. If you have it 8 blocks, I mean 7 blocks instead of 8 blocks, then you'll need signs on every single section to keep the water from overflowing. Then when you do build this should be 7 blocks though, up top here. And if you have it 7 blocks, you have water, skip to, 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 water. You get the point. But that's only if this is 7 blocks and this is 7 blocks. If you make this bottom one 8 and this one 7, you want to place water, skip to, place water, skip to, place water. Then you want to actually skip 1, place water, then skip 2, place water, skip 2, place water, skip 2, place water. It just adds basically just 1 block in between, so that's why you just want to have 1 extra water in between those. I could show you on my actual board eventually. I think I actually might have a clip of me doing it, so I'll just show that instead. When it gets to that, then redstone clock. Pretty simple, pretty slick. We just have 2 redstone like this, a comparator, a stack of blocks in here, a redstone comparator like this, 2 redstone there, and then a piston, any block, a redstone block, any block, and a normal piston again, with an observer looking down, facing it, as you can see right here. Then you just want a dispenser with a bucket of water inside of it, then an observer looking at this. I usually like just putting a slab here, just so that way spiders can't sit in the middle of the mob farm, and if they sit in the middle of the mob farm, the water isn't actually moving in the middle, which means they can stay there for a while. And then you just want that pointed down, looking at that. It will observe when the water gets there, and then send a signal upwards, telling this dispenser to send the water up, in which case this dispenser sends the water up, and then this one detects, oh look, there's water, and then sends it up, and then up, and then up. If you want only creepers and spiders, you can just use trapdoors. But if you want general mob drops, you can just leave it as is. Trapdoors are kind of expensive. As I was building in my survival world, it literally takes like a stack of logs to do each layer. Optimally, you want between minimum of about 4 layers to maximum of about 6 layers. Those are like the most efficient wise. Anything beyond 6 layers, basically you'll be getting the same spawns, they will just happen on different platforms. Anything below 4 layers, and you're not getting nearly the amount of spawns that you should with this farm. Now, so I'm thinking of an alternative that you could do for spiders, actually thinking about it. So we go ahead and go to lava. At least how I have it set up. Oh my gosh, just let me place the dang sign. Okay, if you just place lava right there, that will kill the spiders. It might make where you get a few less spider drops, but you know, you still should get spider drops. If you don't really care that much about getting spider drops, then this is a pretty good method of getting rid of pesky spiders. And somehow one of them escaped. No, you don't escape. Yeah, I've had this mob farm running for just a little bit. Admittedly, this is the only place that mobs can spawn right now, which means all of them are spawning here. As you can see, we're getting a lot of mobs. Progress update while I was building. I accidentally made this 8 out instead of 7 out. And then I added 1 more layer to that afterwards, not realizing that I already made it 8 out, which then meant I made it 9 out, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you place the water bucket, does not go over the edge. but I didn't think I made it long enough, so I added one more layer because I thought I made it just long enough for the water to go over, but I in fact made it long enough for me to place the slabs, but I didn't. Anyways, I just kind of have to shave off the edge and pick up all the blocks and do it again, and instead put it right here, like it should be. Okay, so seemingly I'm just really bad at counting today because I made this platform 8 instead of 7, like I was showing it in the creative test world. If you do have it, you do need 4 signs on the corner still, so it's not like fully foolproof. Then you do just kind of go like this, where you go 1, 2, place a water bucket, 1, 2, place a water bucket. Then you come to this side and you go 1, 2, place a water bucket, 1, 2, place a water bucket, and then you need to go 1 and 1 and then place a water bucket here. Just a small clip of every single sugarcane bean top besides that one. So this is why this from design is really can be really inefficient. Admittedly, we actually do have an okay amount of sugarcane. If you didn't know, I did originally put in a stack and 9, which means this has made us 30 sugarcane thus far. Admittedly, I haven't had to do anything to get said sugarcane, but yeah, that literally the one that we need to grow did not grow, which is yeah, no, that's fun. Anyways, back to building. Genuinely, what is the aggro range of zombies? Because this one is aggroed on me. As you can see, as I move, he moves. Literally, I can walk all the way over here, and he's going to follow. If I move all the way back over here, he's going to follow. Like, oh, seriously, what is the aggro range of zombies? The heck? I'm like... And here comes another one, too. Okay, that one's still aggroed on me. I don't know what's happening with that one, why he's not aggroed on me. But he was for a second there. I don't even know. Anyways. Well, I did say it would be kind of funny if we hollowed out this mountain. And we need more materials. So, we might just do that. Eventually, maybe. Just for the memes, you know. Anyways, I'll be back. Hopefully it will be finished. I mean, it's like mostly done. We just need some blocks and it should be done after that. So yeah. Okay, oh baby chilies, I'm back. Backity back. We went ahead and made up the entire mob farm. It's all nice, set, and complete now. If we do look around, you see that some mobs spawn. We do have trapdoors on this one and this one, which means only spiders and creepers will spawn on 2 of the levels. Eventually I might want to put trapdoors on all of them, but for now, that cost me like, I kid you not, 3.5 logs of wood to just get enough trapdoors for those 2 platforms. Admittedly, I have a stack left over, but you need like 2 stacks and some change, it seems like, for each level. So, yeah, that's pretty swick, if you do say so, if I do say so. So yeah, we'll go get some mob drops now. Some gunpowder, some other things, you know. But we do need to keep them from moving around too much. And just keep them from being able to move. So that way we can get the mob drops in there. It looks... It's not terrible. I am going to take down that, actually, now that I remembered. Go take down my infinite water source. Ouch. Okay. So, once we take down this... And then... And we take a look around. Yeah, I would say it looks... It's not an eyesore. I can tell you that much. As we can see, the reason why I made it one little less is if you notice there was a creeper for a second. I also just have to put the signs in just because spiders weren't going in because of those water little columns. But yeah, we are getting mob drops. For sure, for sure. Actually, we are getting a decent amount of mob drops. So anyways, yep, this is our mob farm, and I'm planning on getting this video out on the 19th, which would be exactly a week from the last video. However, it is the 17th today, but it usually takes me like a day to edit sometimes, because editing takes a while, as you have to watch all of your footage back, you have to, you know, trim it down, make sure it still is, like, you know, able to be with your trimming down. Make sure it's able to actually be understood properly. And then you have to... Oh, okay, so we did make enough iron to actually make up for how much we spent on the farm. Because we did spend like 10 blocks of iron. So now we are back at 41. We technically made 1 iron block in profit. Anyways. But it takes like a day to usually do it, because you have to watch all your footage. You have to cut back some of it. Then you have to watch it again to make sure it's still understandable. Then you have to cut back more of it, and etc, etc. It takes so long sometimes. I wish I had an editor. Oof. Effing chat. Like playing games. Don't really like editing. So this is probably not the end of the video, but I'm probably not going to do anything too fancy. I'm probably just going to make a melon farm, or maybe even just move my stuff into the base. We'll see. But that is tomorrow me, because usually this doesn't take me this long to build. Admittedly, I was doing other things in between building it. But this thing took me like 3 hours, I want to say, between resources and building, because it's a lot of blocks. Who would have guessed that? Trying to think. We're getting some gunpowder, which is nice, because I spent like 40 rockets doing this for some reason. Probably because I was rocketing in and out of there. I feel like I'm rambling a little bit. So instead, let's go ahead and yeah, let's just segue to tomorrow, and let's see what I do tomorrow, if this is not the end of the video. Okay, so now that we have a mob farm or working, just reopen the world. It's the next day. Hopefully it's still working. Hopefully it's still working. Yep, yes it is. Nice, lots of mobs. And somehow that zombie survived. So we'll go show it why it shouldn't have. For some reason it's so it's like Jump up, jump in, let me begin. So we're making a decent amount of sugarcane now. And, well, I want a watermelon farm. Just because. Mainly because I hate just having to go back and forth to actually get watermelons. It'd be nice to trade with villages to help me get my beacon base faster. So, yeah. Because we have pumpkin farm with lots of pumpkins. I want like a watermelon farm right here with lots of watermelons. I'm tempted to just use the same minecart and just open up this and have it just go through here. You know? Have it go in, around, come back over here, and then go around, and then over here, around, and then come back here. I don't know, but I mean, it saves me like 10 iron, which isn't that big of a deal. I just think it would be cool more than anything. Well, actually, it saves me more than 10 iron. It sends me 10 iron from that, and then an extra 5 for that. So it would save me in total like 15. But we will see. And it's not even like the most expensive thing. All of these pistons is. Because we need what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 9 by 9. Which means 81. Or it's 80 divided. Okay, we need like 40 pistons and 40 observers. If I'm not mistaken. Which means we need like 40 iron. Just for the pistons. So, yeah, and a lot more cobble. So I'll go grab the cobble. I'll be back when I have the materials. I inadvertently found a cave that I started lighting up when I was trying to mine for cobblestone. Because there were so many mobs in it, I was like, oh, this is probably taking mobs away from my mob drops, and I found a spider spawner, so that's kind of swick. But yeah, I'll show you guys where the cave is in a second once I find it myself. It's not that way. Is it down here? And like 10 zombies probably. So at least a couple of them spawned up there. Yeah, hold on. Here it is. So, in this entire cave, there was also a couple of skeletons. There was like 3 or 2 skeletons. Just decided while I was mining, I believe it was an entrance right there. Yeah. Found a bunch of zombies, found a bunch of creepers, said, oh my, oh no. It must be stealing from my farm. And if we make it out of there, you'll see it's like right next to my farm. I did not go that far. I was just mining around over there and ended up finding it. Anyways, back to cobblestone mining. And I'll be back when I get the resources. Alright, we got the resources. Now comes the long task of actually building it. So we went ahead and built it. Now all we need to do is cap it off and then use super growth formula, also known as bone meal, to make them all real happy with us. Actually, I needed these two. Just need that one for there, and then these two for here. Just so that way it's mirrored. You can get a trapdoor for this. But when I was doing this, I realized, oh wait, plants need light to grow, right? And then I was like, oh wait, but my pumpkin farm is working without it. But then that, where's the frick is my glowstone? I literally just saw it, like. Anyways, point being, I realized, oh wait, I just realized the fact that although they are growing now because there's daylight, they will not grow during nighttime, which basically, in essence, halves the efficiency. There it is, okay. Which means, if I add glowstone to both of these, they should be more efficient. So this is the middle block, add glowstone. Middle block, add glowstone. Middle block, add glowstone. They need at least like a light level of 7 to be able to grow. And I believe, by my calculations, as long as I put glowstone on all of those points of contact, what is it called, like the tangent points or whatever, that it should be enough for them to grow. Now we get to do the same thing with this one. Glowstone. Okay. Glowstone, glass, 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 glass. Don't really feel like filling in the corners that much, so we'll just go glass, 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 glowstone, glass, 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 glass. Oh. That's such a small hitbox. There we go. Glass, glass, glass. This one's the midpoint. It's the water. And glass, 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 a glass. And I guess my calculations were off for this. So go ahead and do the glowstone, glass, glass, glass. And then realize that we need like 3 more glass. Alright. Well, then let's go ahead and get 3 more. No, wait, that's where this goes. Let's go ahead and get 3 more glass somehow. 1, 2, 3. And then, for you viewers, I finally put all the buttons on top of all of the note blocks, so you don't have to hear the constant ding, ding. You know what I'm talking about. Because, yeah. So, with all that completed, I'm going to bone meal them up. And, well, now it's time for me to say fare thee well, as this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe you guys might even make this mob farm in your future. And maybe you'll even make this melon and pumpkin farm. It's pretty good. It doesn't take too long to make. To actually like build it. That thing took me like, I don't know, consecutively 4 hours. Because I was doing other things in between it and such. But yeah. Also, I found out that there is actually a better way to place the rails than what I did with the pumpkin farm, where I expanded it by one. And I'll actually show that here in a sec once I'm done with this. Oh, I'm actually like almost out of bone meal. Huh. I thought that was going to be enough. Huh. I guess you need a lot more bones than I remember. I still remember when bone meal used to bone meal everything to max with just one bone meal. I got meloned. Nah, I'll just leave those two to grow naturally. How many melons did we get yet? Okay. Anyways. Now we have an ultimate AFK area, and we still need the comparator. Oh my gosh. Okay. 3 of those. 3 of these. And then we just need to grab a piece of quartz. Then I'll show you guys what I did with the rails. So if you remember correctly from this, I have no clue if I recorded this or not, but I was having trouble actually getting the rails to go back and forth. And anytime I built the rail, it would always go into this rail, but then it would always go this way. And just keep going back and back, and it would never come back to the starting point. But I found this incredibly good idea, where instead of, you know, linearly yeah, instead of, hold on, I'm trying to, let me in, okay. Yeah, that was close. Anyways. What the frick? Why does it... What? Oh. Oh, is it because of that? Yeah, that's because of that. Okay. Now with that no longer there, as you can see, it comes... So, instead of doing what I would do, which is have the rail come this way and then go that way all the way to the rail at the end, in which case it just circled back around, instead I decided, well, it likes to go this way anytime there's a crossroads. So I decided to make it go that way. By, instead of going this way and then that way, I went one over, went this way, went that way, and then it goes back in loops. So yeah, that is what I did, which is cool and swick, and I'm the best. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed, and have a good day.